Today, we're breaking it all down. The physical and economic characteristics of land and how we legally describe property. Oh, and of course, I've got some real estate exam practice questions at the end, so make sure to stick around. First up, let's talk about the physical characteristics of land. There are 3 you must know for the real estate exam. Immobility, which means the land does not move. It stays right where it is, no matter what. You can build on it, dig it up, or plant a forest. But that land, it stays put. Number 2 is indestructibility. Land can't be destroyed. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, what about earthquakes, floods, or even a meteor crashing into it? Sure, those might change the condition of the land, but the land itself, it's still there. And number 3, uniqueness, which is non-homogeneity or heterogeneous, which means no 2 parcels of land are exactly the same. Even if they look identical, each piece of land is unique because of its location and legal description. No copy pasting here. All right, let's see if you were paying attention. Quick practice question here. Which of the following is a physical characteristic of land? Is it A, scarcity, B, situs, C, immobility, or D, modification? The answer is C, immobility. Land cannot be moved from one place to another, making immobility a key physical characteristic of land. Now, let's talk about the economic characteristics of land. These describe how land gains or loses value in the real estate market. First one up is scarcity. There's only so much land available. No new land can be created, which makes it valuable based on demand. The more desirable land is, the higher its value. That's why land in New York City is way more expensive than land in a small town in Nebraska. Number 2, improvements. Any man-made changes to land, such as buildings, roads, or utilities, can significantly impact its value. Think houses, shopping centers, or even roads. The right improvement can turn a worthless piece of dirt into prime real estate. And permanence of investment, well, that's real estate is a long-term investment. Once a property is developed, it cannot be easily moved or removed, making its value relatively stable over time. You can't just unbuild a skyscraper overnight. So once money is put into land, it's pretty much there for the long haul. One important characteristic is that land has a slow response to supply and demand. Unlike other markets, real estate cannot quickly adjust to changes in demand or supply because development takes time and requires significant investment. And the one characteristic we all have heard about when it comes to land is situs. Location, location, location. The biggest factor in land value is where it's located. Why? Because you can't move land. Proximity to desirable amenities like schools, businesses, and transportation can increase demand. That's why a tiny studio in downtown Miami can cost more than a mansion in a rural town. All right, let's hit up another exam question. Here we go. Which economic characteristic of land refers to how location affects value? Is it A, scarcity, B, situs, C, indestructibility, or D, immobility? And the answer is B, situs. Situs refers to a property's location and its impact on value. Factors like proximity to schools, businesses, and amenities can make land more desirable. Now, we can't just say this land is next to Joe's house when selling property. We need legal descriptions. And there are 3 main types. Metes and bounds, which is the OG way of describing land. This method uses measurements and directions to define boundaries. Think of it as drawing out the property line using compass points and distances. Then you have government survey or rectangular survey system. This is the U.S. government's way of mapping out land into squares and rectangles. It divides land into townships and sections, making it easy to identify large properties. And then we have lot and block or the subdivision method. This is the most common for homes in neighborhoods. It refers to a lot number within a subdivision plat map recorded in county records. If you would like to study more on these 3 different types of legal descriptions, make sure to check out my video all about this section in the link in the description box below or at the top of the video. This is one of my favorite sections and definitely one you will be tested on. So let's hit a legal description practice question. Which method of legal description uses compass directions and distances? Is it A, meets and bounds, B, lot and block, C, government survey, or D, scarcity? And the answer is A, meets and bounds. The meets and bounds method describes land using compass directions or bearings and distances, often starting from a point of beginning or POB and following the property's boundaries. All right, future real estate agents, that's a wrap on land characteristics and legal descriptions. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap on that bell so you never miss a real estate exam tip. Want to pass with confidence? My Power Trio bundle is packed with practice questions, key concepts, and study materials to help you master the exam. Check out the link in the description box to level up your studying. And before you go, be sure to watch the next video on your fiduciary duties as an agent. It's one of the most tested topics on the exam and you don't want to miss it. Until next time, happy studying!